dance for joy or lust or anger, and every time you haven't got it right, you'll wonder.
Welcome to Sensible Secondhand Reviews, the series where we look at practical and sensible cars which you could buy for a budget of between £1,000 and £5,000. This is a 2019 Kia Picanto 1.25 automatic. But is it any good? Should you care? Let's find out, shall we? So, this generation of Kia Picanto, which is known as the JA series, was launched in 2017. This is a first facelift car. The first facelift actually was 2020, and then there's been a second facelift in 2024. I've given examples of both of those cars. It was a 2023 1 litre TGDI GT9S I drove earlier this year at Summit Garage in Dudley, where I am today, and then more recently at the SMMT test day in September I drove the brand new 1 litre version of the GT9, which was very, very slow. It only had 62 horsepower. This actually is a lot quicker. This is a 1.25 model, and it has 82 horsepower and a 0 to 60 time of just over 13 seconds, which I know sounds rubbish, but compared with that 1 litre car that I drove earlier this year, it is an awful lot better. You can still get that 1 litre in, you know, much earlier cars. Up until the facelift in 2024, that actually had 67 horsepower. It's a 3-cylinder version of this Kappa 2 engine. I think it's called something different now, but I used to know it was the Kappa 2 engine. And then this engine you can still get, this 1.25 with 77 horsepower, though it has 82 in this particular car. The one that you really want though, which was in the GT9S that I tested back in summer, is a turbocharged version of the 1 litre with 99 horsepower, which is fantastic. For some reason, that engine is now no longer available in the Picanto, which is a massive, massive shame, because that's the best version. Now, you can still buy it in the Hyundai i10, although it's reduced in power down to 89 horsepower now. But yeah, that was a shame when I heard they discontinued it. It must be something to do with emissions regulation, surely. But anyway, here we have the 1.25 of 82 horsepower and this 4-speed automatic. The problem is it's only got 4 gears, and so it's sort of hunting around for the right ratio, which is just mildly disturbing. It's a bit noisy in here, and I don't think cruising necessarily would be the best. But later cars, after 2020 facelift, have a 5-speed automatic. It's not really automatic, it's an automated manual, and those aren't necessarily the best. But this is good. The steering in these cars is actually really nicely weighted and accurate. It's surprising, even on this standard 2 trim car, as opposed to GT9S. Brakes are good. There's probably drums on the back of this, which is fine for a little light car like this. It's really easy to sort of handle it and slot it into spaces and things like that. There's such little gems of cars, these, and when this car was introduced in 2017, there were so many others in its class. There were things like the Vauxhall Adam, the Vauxhall Viva, the Seat Me, the Volkswagen Up, the Ford Ka Plus, the Skoda Citigo. Literally all of those cars have now been discontinued. There's probably more. Actually, there's Suzuki Ignis, that's been discontinued as well. And you know, I know how much a fan of many of you are of the Ignis, which we tested actually back in January 2024, having tried another one in sort of February 2020. But I've tried 3 of these, and you know, I think they're really good. This automatic gearbox is hunting around a bit, which is quite annoying, but just stick with a 5-speed manual. 5-speed manuals are a really nice gearbox, and unless you really need the automatic, you should just go straight ahead and buy that one. So I do apologise, the car is a little bit dirty, it does need a bit of a clean, but that's literally all it needs. Very, very short notice that I've requested this car. There was another one I was going to drive which was not available, so because we like Picantos on this channel so much, viewers, we decided to have a go in this one. This is actually a 2019 car, but it's done about 2,000 miles, so it's like new, really. I think the pre-facelift and the sort of post-first facelift cars look the best, as far as I'm concerned. The facelift occurred in 2020. It looks a little bit better than this, but it's not bad. Let's have a look in the boot. Actually, we've got alloy wheels on this 2 specification car. The 1 specification cars were so basic, I think you only got 2 speakers of a stereo. I'm not even sure you got air conditioning, actually. This is a bit of a better bet, and we've got alloy wheels, so that's obviously better too. Boot's about 252 litres or so. It's very similar in size, actually, to this Volkswagen Up, Skoda Citigo and Seat Me. Again, this car's virtually immaculate because it's just not really been used, so everything is good in here. One thing I wish the first owner of the car had actually specified is the spare wheel, but we can't complain too much, really. Let's have a look and see what the space is like in the back. I'm sure it's the same as the last Picanto we tested in September, which is to say, actually, for the size of the car, it's pretty good. If you were slightly shorter than I am, then you could pull that seat a bit forward. Actually, even with me sitting there, it's all right, really. Yeah, you could go a sort of little distance in here. There's no map pocket back of the driver's seat, but there is one here, which is good. Very, very, very basic dash, but that's fine, you know. You don't need a fancy touchscreen. You don't need heated seats. This has everything that you need. It's got air conditioning, it's got a radio, it's got Bluetooth. What all more do you need in the modern car? You probably don't need more than that. I've actually got 5 seat belts in this one. Some Picantos were 4-seaters. This is a 5-seater. No rear door bins, which is a bit of a shame, but you know, it does feel quite well made. It's basic but very well made. And I think that's a combination that has been very appealing to a number of people over the course of this car's life so far. Obviously, now the facelift's occurred for 2024, then they're going to keep it in production for a fair bit longer, I would think. There's just not many cars like this left on the market. There's about 4, and that's about it. So this is the rare automatic version. It's actually a 4-speed auto in this car. It's not the more modern 5-speed automated manual gearbox. It's an old-fashioned 4-speed auto, as you can see here. So yeah, we've got USB and an aux in. We've got 2 12-volt sockets, and just really simple controls. There's the air conditioning, there's the heated rear window, there is the fan speed, the heat, and the direction of the air, and that's it. There's really not much more to say. We've got this tiny little screen, and I think with the pre-facelift one before 2020, I'm not sure you could even get a colour screen in the middle. I don't think you could. Got a little Kia mat there. That's nice. I think that was an extra. Put the key in. This is not really much to say, but that's fine. There we go. Tells you everything you need to know and nothing that you don't, really. Got 4 electric windows. Got electric mirrors. Door cards aren't too bad. They're just hard plastic, but that's normal. Bit of piano black, and then you have this ridiculously low mileage, 2,062 miles. Let's see if my smoking documents go in the glove box whilst we're here. No, still no luck there. Never mind. Yeah, that's it. There's the time and the day. Actually, that clock's still on BST. So yeah, we've got the smoker's pack in this car for some reason, although that's never been used, so I don't know why somebody would want that. And we've got these cup holes that kind of sort of go round like this, and then we can release them. Yeah, that's probably the most exciting thing about this car. We've got a normal handbrake. We don't need to use it. Actually, it's an automatic, so we don't need to use it. We can if we want to. And we've got some door bins, no sunglasses holder, one interior light. We do have vanity mirrors, but they're not illuminated. Little clip for parking tickets, just sort of there. Hello. And not even an automatic dipping rear view mirror, because I suppose you don't need one, do you? But we've got automatic lights, which I wasn't expecting. I'm not sure about auto wipers or auto lights, which is good. And no cruise control or anything, but again, maybe you don't need that. We've got controls for the stereo and the Bluetooth there, the trip meter. Shows the average miles per gallon and how fast you're going and how far you've been. Like 82 miles of range remaining. What more do you need in life? So here we go, the little 1.25 litre Kappa 2 engine developing 82 horsepower. It actually is a twin cam unit. I've forgotten about that. There is the air cleaner. Because this car is such low mileage, it's really, really immaculate in here. I mean, there's a little bit of stuff in here from where it's been parked in places and some leaves to clear out, but not much else to say. They're very reliable cars generally. They can occasionally have problems with the timing chains on the Kappa 2 engines, but that's quite uncommon. It's not necessarily common on them. They're shared with a lot of other Hyundais and things like that as well. Yeah, we've got the little sort of fog lights, daytime running lights in here on this 2 model, and there's not much else to really say. It's a nice, really proportioned car. People actually really like these. I do as well, and I'd hope they continue to make a petrol city car for as long as possible, because Hyundai and Kia are amongst the only manufacturers that still do. And that's a real shame, because I think this is very appealing. There's low insurance, the road tax on the manual models is cheap. This is automatic, so it's a little bit higher, but still, it's fantastic, really. Drive position is quite good. There's no reach adjustment on the steering, which is a shame, but you don't expect that with a car like this. It's just generally very well behaved. The suspension's quite compliant. Body control is good. Obviously, it's not the fastest thing. It's not the quietest thing, but the sort of money that you pay for one of these, I don't think you can really complain very much. So over the past 7 years that this third generation Picanto has been available, there have been 1, 2 and 3 trims. GT Line S, those are quite popular actually. The Shadow, the Titanium Edition, the Wave, the X Line. The X Line was a bit of a sort of different version of Picanto. It looked a bit more like a mini off-roader. And the Zest. So viewers, should you consider a pre-facelift JA Picanto with your hard-earned budget of between £1,000 and £5,000, well, this car actually is worth about £10,000 to £11,000 because of the mileage. In fact, it's an automatic. Small petrol automatics are the sort of thing I get asked for all the time when sourcing cars, and yeah, that's massively overvalued at the moment. This car is really, really clean. I can't emphasize enough to you just how wonderful the actual condition it is. And it's nice to try this normal 4-speed auto as opposed to the automated manual that's actually in the ones that are sold these days. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, and we shall see you again very shortly for some more reasonably priced motoring.